I live in a neighborhood in which there's an HOA fee, which covers landscaping. So once a week or once every 2 weeks, whatever it is, they send guys out here to mow our lawn. What's funny is I had shot a video or two and then they came in, so I had to turn the camera off. I took a coffee break and I did what you're doing now. I thought, you know what? Let me see what's on YouTube. What can I learn in 5 or 6 minutes? And it was so important that I'm gonna share it in this video, and I hope it doesn't like disqualify me from being able to make money out of this video. But a great channel, let me suggest it, Now You See It. I love it. I have a few that I just love. Now You See It is a great channel on YouTube, and he kind of breaks down different things that you see in movies, but you don't realize they're in so many movies and they mean something. Like I think he had one on milk, why characters drink milk in movies. It's for typically villains to identify as their attempt to be innocent. Like, because children drink milk, but you don't typically see adults drink milk. But like at the end of Get Out, the girl, she's drinking milk. I mean, there's so many examples. But anyway, so Now You See It. He's got a video called Physical Injuries in Film, Never a Flesh Wound. Now, if you're 3 minutes and 41 seconds into it, this is what, and it just as a matter of, I just now saw this and I'm sharing it with you, and then I want to talk about it and relate it to hair loss. So here we go. I'm playing, again, if you want to check this out, it's the channel Now You See It. The video is called Physical Injuries in Film, Never a Flesh Wound. Here we go. 3 minutes and 41 seconds into it.
Also, have you ever noticed that every superhero has a movie where they lose their powers? They can't shoot webs, they don't have their suit, or they get blasted with kryptonite. It's because when your life is threatened, when you're no longer invincible, then you become relatable. Because what's more human than being mortal? When two pretty much invincible superheroes fight, it's kind of boring. Where are the stakes? How can we relate to them? E.T. was such a revolutionary movie because for the first time...
So, there's a little clip I played from it. Can you appreciate that as much as I can? So he was talking about when superheroes lose their superpowers, that you're basically forced to see them overcome the fact that they can't rely on what they've always relied on. And how if they were perfect, then they'd be boring, which I think even actually on this channel before it became so hair loss focused, I actually did a review or two on Superman versus Batman. And I think I had even said that part of the problem with the movie is that the characters are not dynamic enough. Well, actually, they're really not dynamic at all. Batman and Superman are the same people the whole time. Batman the whole time is just a brooding mid-40s billionaire. And Superman is just this perfect alien that's a saint. And they don't change. The whole movie, they're the same exact characters. And that's something that makes movies not interesting. You want to see that character evolve. You want to see character growth. And so, yeah, so he's saying that movie, one of the flaws with it is the characters weren't flawed within themselves. They didn't have to, they were too perfect. Their powers were perfect. So it's interesting to see a superhero without his powers. He talks about it making the character relatable. And I'm going to say this, and I think this is the end of the video. Here's what I want to say. I remember back when I was 21, and I guess I didn't know what Norwood was back then, but looking back now, I was, I guess, reaching Norwood too, around age 21. And I thought about that. I thought, you know what? I really want to be the guy that doesn't lose my hair. I want to win the genetics lottery and not be the guy that loses my hair. But I remember even back then thinking, but what if that's not my place in this world? What if that's not my fate? What if God, when he was writing the storyline for my life, it was to be someone that could truly empathize with other people and be a normal guy? What if one of my superheroes as a human being is to be the guy that can relate to other people? And I remember thinking that as a 21-year-old in college, and I'm seeing it come true. It just didn't happen as quickly. I'm still have most of my hair, though we all know that it's a matter of time, and I can pretty much tell you it's 3.5 years from now when I turn 40. But I think that's, watching that video just a couple of minutes ago, because the landscaper guys were here and it was too loud. it's a reminder for me that the fact that I am going through the process of losing my hair, even if at age 36 and a half and not age 21 like a lot of you are, still though, it makes me relatable. You know, going back to what my parents had said a couple of months ago, which by the way, my mom subscribed to my channel as of yesterday. So apologies in advance, because I don't know how awkward this is gonna get, some of the things I have talked about here recently, and I'm probably going to talk about in the near future. This is a channel geared toward young men and mentoring young men. So, but everyone's welcome. Everyone is welcome to my channel. But apologies in advance for what I'm going to talk about there. But anyway, I guess just this whole thing though, it helps me realize, oh, so my parents were saying, you know, you must, what is it about your channel? Why are people subscribing? Why are they watching your videos? You're talking for 7 minutes about hair loss? Like, it's got to be beyond hair loss that they're watching your channel. And I explained, yeah, it is. It's a mentorship program. It's a safe place to talk about something that's normally taboo. And I am the relatable protagonist. I'm the relatable host. I'm relatable because I'm able to unpack these things. I am vulnerable. I really am. You know, I say all the time, I'm not one of those YouTubers who's like, subscribe to my channel, click here to subscribe, and who watches this? I'm not going to be that guy. I'm going to be a normal guy that's not an expert, that's not a professional, that's going to help you through it. It's all about being a relatable human being. And it's not just about hair loss. For anything I do in life, it's very important that I can relate to other people, that they can relate to me, that we could differ on most things in life, but if we can find one thing to connect on, I can be a relatable person on that. And so that's kind of my take on it, but let's talk about you in closing. What I just want to point out is that, what if you had the same fate as me? To be an average guy that loses his hair, and he goes through that struggle, that the struggle is real. He goes through that. And therefore he can relate to other people. And that by overcoming his hair loss, he becomes the person he needed to be the whole time. That hair loss, that challenge, made him stronger, made him more secure in who he is as a person, made him more confident as a person. What if? I think that's my fate in life, and I'm pretty sure it's yours too.